Welcome, everyone. Let's get... Ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans in their last game losing to the 76ers in Philadelphia. Now, here's Maxey. Over in the corner, Ellis. Outside for Davis. Cranes the three-pointer. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Ellis. Now, Maxey. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Over in the corner, Ellis. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
And here is Payton. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Payton. Can't hit from in close. New Orleans has come out of the gates quickly. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Clock is at 3. Davis gets a wide open look. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And this team wants Davis looking to score and putting pressure on the defense.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And that ends the struggle. You can feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
First team foul.
Here's Maxey. Down low. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Just 2 to shoot. Adier cannot hit. Boston off to a slow start. They trail by 6. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Now, I asked him who hasn't worried out there on the floor, and his answer was Draymond Green. He told me he's a high-effort, high-IQ player who can be so effective. Right now, our plan is to stay physical with him and not let him dictate the turns out there. Of course, this means a hard-fought contest down low. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Now here's Payton. Johnson outside. Draymond Green grabs the miss.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Pass to Maxey. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Celtics trailed by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Adebayo stretching his range, able to connect there.
Maxey looking it over. Pass to Battier. Orleans moving it around. Fires for three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
It's stolen by Davis. They get a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey. Now here's Smart. No scoring in this one. On the wing, Payton. "19 seconds left to play in the first."
Well, let's remember a former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, sending it back.
Outside, Davis. Straight D that time from Adebayo.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. Their lead at 11 points to it.
The Pelicans, 16.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
The other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
5 on the clock. Payton with the ball. Picked up by Ellis. Yep, it counts. Payton's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Celtics.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
It's Battier on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat.
It doesn't take much for Maxey to find a lane to the rim.
Celtics trailed by 8. Pass to Johnson. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And you talk about complementary pieces, Doris. Cam Johnson could fit on any team in the NBA.
And that is because, Kevin, he has got one of the most valuable skills in the game today. That's range shooting. He's got size and a quick release, and he just continues to grow on the defensive end.
Now, here is Battier, and stolen by Barnes. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Payton. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. The Celtics making a switch here.
Your Celtics Entertainment.
Who's watching it?
Over to the left wing. And it's Vucevic missing. Pelicans leading by 3. Davis up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
Nailed from three-point land.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here's Davis for 3. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside, Davis. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. A few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
And here is Payton following Jalen Green's 3. To the paint. And it's McGee with the jam.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Here's Green. Stolen by McGee. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Green. Count it. Good. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
With his athleticism, Green plays a lot bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Entertainment.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kicks it out to Prince. Sinks the three-pointer. Now it's a 5-point Pelican lead.
This guy has spent his career underrated. Prince can stretch the defense and do a lot of little things for you.
to the middle. Here's Adebayo. Good work defensively by Carter. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pelicans ahead, up by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Adebayo. Nice ball movement by Boston. The dunk and the foul of Powell. For one more at the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. The Celtics shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster 3rd year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
Here's Payton. Following the basket by Tyrese Maxey.
And superb strength there from Payton, absorbing the contact and keeping his composure for the finish.
Pass to Ellis. 3-pointer. That shot is off. Boston trailing. Johnson left side for the lead. Launches a 3. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Johnson's got 6.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Maxey with it. Now Payton defending. Battier cannot hit. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Drills the 3-pointer. Johnson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Kicks it out to Ellis. Back to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Green. Outside, Davis. And the Pelicans miss again.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Back to Payton. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star. AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Payton can't get it to go. Pelicans trailed by 4. Maxey on the wing. Pass to Davis. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Substitution on the court.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Outside, Maxey. 5 to shoot. Over Payton. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Pass to McGee. The kick out to Barnes. Outside, Payton. Back to Barnes. And they get it back. Battier with the steal. Now Davis. Guarded by McGee. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis, continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. 1:42 left in the third. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now, here's Payton. He has 7. Outside, Smart. Shot clock at 5. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Smart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside, Green. Pass to Beverly. Here's Green, covered by Payton. It's Prince on the wing. And the Pelicans miss again.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Here's Green. Kicks it out to Prince. Sinks the triple. Prince has got 6 points.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team. .41 seconds left to play here in the third. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Back to McCollum. Pass to Johnson. Austin needs to get off a shot. Here's Toppin. From outside, off the mark. Green left side. The kick out to Walker. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Here's McCollum, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He gets it up. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Pelicans trailed by 6. Outside, Maxey, and stolen by Payton. And he finishes the break with the layup. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Celtics.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
And when Davis gets going, you are in trouble because he will just power through you to get to his spots.
And here's Johnson outside. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And Davis now top of the key. 6 to shoot. Over Adebayo. Bank shot. No good. Celtics leading by 6. Payton with the ball. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Hits it from three-point range.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to catch the message Willie Green gave to his team. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. It's stolen by Adebayo. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Payton. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Payton attacking. Johnson, a wide open look. Off target from outside.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here's Payton. Barnes the screen. Pass to Adebayo. Just 5 on the clock. Now, here's Smart. Over Ellis, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Pelicans trailed by 7. And here is Davis. Back to Maxey. In the corner, Battier with it. No good on the 3.
The ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
And here's Johnson outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And the Celtics lead by 10.
You can see when Cameron Johnson gets his rhythm, he is so effective on the offensive end.
And Battier throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Payton with the drive. Clock at 4. Here's Adebayo.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
Green, no luck. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Outside for Smart. It's stolen by Davis. Ellis with him. And it's Johnson picking him up. And it's good for 2.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
And he commits the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. The Pelicans making a switch here. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Back to Smart. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. So it's the Celtics